live and mute my stream because otherwise I'm going to hear myself.
No, you're not.
And I do that far too often anyway.
Live.
Okay. Yep, it appears that we are live. Hey everyone, welcome back to another session of this, and Atagi, get off the table.
I'm not on the table.
You're on my screen.
She's
I'm not on my screen.
Dancing on the table.
I'm on the table now.
There we go. Yep, alright, I don't know what happened there, but you're on the screen. You're on the table on my screen. Alright, so, last time, mentioned that we were going to be getting at least temporarily, though it might not be as temporary as it seems, new player, Sauce in there with his character, Atagi.
And we'll see how things go.
We'll see how things go. It might be temporary, it might not. I'm not going to hold my breath one way or the other. I'm just going to ride it out and see what happens.
I'm holding my breath.
I would love you if you do.
Alright, bit more housekeeping before we get too far into things. I'm going to move your reward map meanwhile. Next week, there will not be a session. I'm going to be taking plastic models, putting them on the table, rolling dice, and then putting them away.
So you mean kind of like we're doing here?
Except
in the
for
real
that-
Kind
world?
of like what we're doing here, but with actual models and a lot more of them.
And actually going outside? Blasphemy.
Interacting with real physical people? What is this?
Next thing
I
you know,
have no
we'll be
idea.
playing Pokemon Go.
Fuck Pokemon Go. I'm indifferent to Pokemon Go, actually.
In place
My-
of that, by the way,
My
I'm going to
mom
be
has
streaming
started playing
a
Pokemon Go.
I'm going to be streaming a one-shot during this time frame. So we'll have something, but it might be on a different channel.
You finally confirmed it.
Yep. Just as confirmed. Alright, Risu is also going to have to be leaving at some point within like 2 or 3 hours. So let's get fully into the recap of stuff. You all went to the town of Westhold, which is on pretty obviously the western side of the known lands, and in fact is the furthest west settlement anywhere. Let me move you over to the Westhold map, which is this one.
It's west as you can go unless you come off the island.
You know what? We need to go find that dragon turtle and then build a city on the outside, on the coast beyond Westhold. Or off the coast. And then we'll just
Alright.
make Westhold mad at us.
Well,
You're going to call it Westerhold.
no, we're going to call it Inner Heaven.
I thought it would have been... Inner Heaven works. I was going to go with Outer Hell.
It works.
Alright,
Better than your Westhold.
Alright, yeah, that too. Alright, so you ended up traveling out to Westhold, and you managed to, with a bit of fidangling, talking to the various townspeople, work out a way to find someone to make the repairs needed to your ship. You haven't actually done any of the... I think you did some of the payment up front, began working on it. Meanwhile, Lily, primarily along with a few of the others, time and again, have gone out, and in the process of going out in the tavern, which really likes Lily now with how much she's paying for everyone's drinks, you managed to find somebody who offered to work on your ship and find a few more crew members. Already you have this woman, an elf named Veth, as well as Atagi, who you learn is kind of trying to run away. But as I recall, you weren't really too fussed about that. You were willing to help her out.
And she's actually a bunny.
Alright, and at this point, I believe we stopped off when you were returning to the ship.
We hadn't quite arrived yet.
Yeah,
We were taking Atagi and Veth with us.
And you were going to be going straight back to the ship? I'm going to move... Oh, man, she's drunk. I'm going to just move everyone off to the ship map.
And Lily's not feeling it at all. Funny enough.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a buzz going.
Your ears is so cute.
Alright, so
Lily's
I'm
gonna
over
just
to Cloud's
help.
Destiny map.
Better
Shiki
off than
along.
she is, though.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. And you'll eventually get back to the ship. You'll see that the foreman, who is a dwarf, actually, I never mentioned it before, he is still looking at things, trying to make sure everything's taken care of and set up to be repaired. And he's already made some decent progress. He has at least the majority of the mount for the lower fin. If it's not attached yet, it's at least mostly made and getting ready to be attached.
That's pretty good progress for a day.
It
Lily's
wasn't
gonna-
really that complicated thing of a thing to make.
Lily's going to compliment him on his progress. Nice work.
I don't know, it looks a bit bendy to me.
Shiki, that's because you're drunk. Everything
Am
was
I?
bendy to you.
I believe she's right.
Oh.
You are quite drunk.
Oh no.
It's just gonna help the
Just need
two
some-
somewhat inebriated individuals onto the boat.
No, I just need some coffee.
And Veth will help them up as well.
What?
Since she had no issues with the alcohol.
I'm fine. I just need Lily to carry me, that's all.
I think maybe you need to sleep a little.
No, fire.
Well, you'll put her in bed.
And all you hear is, no, all you hear is, fud.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, can everyone just like claim a room for where they're going to be sleeping and what have you?
I guess it depends
Well,
on where the forge is going to be.
If you just wanna-
alright, for that, the workshops, I'm in all honesty figuring they're probably going to take up these 2 rooms and
Yep.
the lower 2 rooms as well, and I'll just have like the doors out
Okay.
here on the sides.
Can Lily take
If
the
you
room
just
that
wanna-
Cassidy's in, right adjacent to the forge?
Yeah, so Cassie can take that room, or Lily can take that room. Cassie would just move the one over.
If you just want to point me to the finest room you have.
Do we have enough rooms?
Oh, yeah. We got
Yeah, because keep in mind the actual crew
We have
members.
more
These
than
are
enough
crew
room.
quarters over here, where all of them can sleep. Veth will probably take the first mate's room, which is directly underneath the wheel.
Yeah, Lily was going to recommend that. I'm thinking, Shiki, you might want to take the one just south of Lily, which
That
will
way
be
you're
right
also
next
right
to
next
Tinker
to-
Shop.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll put my token there for the moment.
And I don't know, Atagi might want the one next to that
Alright, meanwhile.
down here, or at the end of the boat. That might be finer.
Wait, I thought Atagi was crew member.
Oh yeah, Atagi's crew. She's going to go to the crew.
She's crew, so she'll, for now at least, be...
Bye.
But it's like, but you said I could.
Sorry, Source. Sorry,
But,
Source.
We also have Sayara and Ione and
Yeah, you have Sayara and
Azul.
Ione and
I'm
Azul.
gonna mute Risu for the moment because I'm just getting.
Yeah, we
echo.
still have
Right here.
the 2 important beds up top, the captain's room and the VIP room.
I'm right here.
So you're gonna... Okay, I'll just make a note that Ione is up there.
Okay.
Yes.
And I suppose Sayara is gonna be staying in the VIP room. You're also echoing again, Risu.
Yeah.
It's gotta be roll 20.
No, I think it might be Discord at this point. You must have screwed
it's
with your
probably
settings.
the gain on our microphone.
Yeah.
This is
Turn
a
that
brand
down.
new freaking headset.
So it's got to be the software then, not the hardware. All right. Alto, if you can hear us, just type. If not,
Yeah, you're muted right now, Alto.
yeah, he's.
I'd say he's refusing to talk
Yeah.
because
I forgot I muted myself.
Yeah,
Alto's a tiny bit sick today.
Yeah.
tiny bit. All right.
just a bit.
I don't think it matters where Sayara goes.
I'm just gonna.
I
say
just
she's-
had her.
Yes,
I had her in there because that's where she was the first day, and then I just never moved her.
All right. I'm just gonna say she'll be down here then in one of those rooms, and you
Best.
save the VIP room. You could probably turn it into something else, to be fully honest,
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably be a good idea. Or give it to the foreman or whomever.
or something like that.
You,
You do still have. You're still gonna have probably like 3 open beds, 3 or 4 open beds.
I guess
So
put
it's not really
Azul
that
in
much of a
the
concern.
bow there.
Yeah, Azul. Yeah, and put Azul up there. Yep, that'll work. That'll work out fine.
Yep.
All right then. So with that taken care of now, glad I got that sorted out. Let's break this up. Azul.
Lily will be spending the next few minutes just showing Atagi and Veth around the ship.
And as they're gonna kind of go around, they'll look over the ship as well as make a note. As they're going, Veth especially will have, like, she looks like she'll have several questions to ask. Does Atagi have anything she'll want to ask as well, or is she content to just? She just content.
I mean, I would have already discussed with Neff what would be expected of me on the ship, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we just were like, no sales. That's one thing I guess I can't help with.
Lily will point out the rings of fire there and say, well, it seems to be propelled through that somehow.
Yeah, the
no
rings
wind
aren't
required.
actually on fire currently,
Right.
but yeah.
Well, at the very least, I could, if a storm blows, I can at least abate that.
It's
Yeah, and that's... Go ahead.
it's like magnetism. Just it repels off the earth.
Lily's
Gonna
first
Shinky
stop
your
is going to
phone.
be putting Shiki to bed.
No.
Veth will
You-
stop and she'll
You
begin to
might
ask...
want to get her some water.
I'm gonna
You'll want it
say
tomorrow.
when she puts me in the bed, I'm gonna kick the sheets off. I'm gonna keep doing it until she basically forces me.
Lily's going to put a padlock on the door so that Shiki can't get out. No.
She has a gun.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, yeah, but that's various questions, and she's gonna ask, do you have someone who can prepare food then? In navigation, I don't think Veth actually knows about the map you have, so she's asking if you have other plans currently for navigation, or if she's gonna end up having Atagi help handle that.
Lily's going to say that Ione mentioned she can prepare food, although if there's going to be a lot of people on board, it would be kind of a stress to put on one of the adventuring group. It might be a good idea to have an extra cook on board. As for
She'll-
navigation, we have maps, but we don't have an actual navigator per se.
She'll suggest probably putting between herself and Atagi, they could handle that task. She would mention that if you think that you're going to need a full-time cook, that she should ask if Lily wants Veth to look into it, or if Lily will handle that herself.
I'll talk to the rest of the group and see what we think.
All right. And other than that, she's only really going to have one more question regarding the ship, and she'll point out the rings and she'll mention that. So that's how it flies. Do you know where the power comes from? Even the most
We're still
powerful
working
magical
on
items
that.
typically need to recharge to some extent.
Well, Lily's gonna go to Sayara because Sayara said she knew more about it, and just kind of say, well, she told me about that, so maybe she can explain.
Let's see. One thing I will say, I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, is Sayara, with that amazing crit that she got, she would have also have seen that the ship, there's electricity more or less coursing along magical lines to go out to the rings, and it more or less courses throughout the entirety of the ship. It's in all the walls, in the wood, what have you.
Would
There's
I
also,
feel that
in the
with
engine
my...
room, which Shiki, in the engine room, which Shiki would know, is there's pipes and what have you, gears, things like that, which the electricity seems to be being focused and redirected there. It almost seems there's a few neat little. If you ever guys seen, it's that orb of electricity you put your hands on and all the electricity goes out to your fingertips.
Yeah.
There's a few things like that up towards the ceiling, a bunch the knobs on otherwise there. Though the actual power source you have not really determined yet.
It's probably on the boat someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's there's actual conduit going through the wood.
So yes, Sayara would explain what she figured out last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, would I feel the, just because of how innately attuned I am
Roll an
to...
Arcana check.
Damn it.
Would Lily know enough to follow the conduit back to a source?
Roll an intelligence check on that.
Okay.
Atagi, you could kind of feel that there are magical lines throughout the ship, but you can't really trace them at all.
Yeah, I figured I couldn't trace them, but I can definitely feel that something's there.
You can kind of feel them. You can't really make a sense of where they are. It's just the ship is... if you were to use
Awash
detect
with
magic
magical
anywhere
lines.
on the ship, you would be blinded, more or less.
That's a natural 19.
Ooh.
Nice done.
Wow.
Oh shit, you're right, Val. I never did that.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out before it's important. Don't worry.
Yeah. Perfectly full combat.
Definitely, I have the knowledge to think that all the power has to be coming from someplace. If you can trace it back to this source, you would be able to figure out where it comes from.
Lily's gonna do that. Probably with the help of Atagi or someone who knows spells.
All right.
Yeah, the engineer's out of the question right now.
Yeah. So, Atagi, you can roll another Arcana check for me right now, with Lily giving the suggestion. All right. So with this, it's gonna take you some time. You're able to follow some of the like these conduit ley lines, which are moving throughout the ship, and most of them do lead you back towards the engine room. And you can find that there's, like, Lily, looking at this, you can pretty quickly figure out that it's not quite fitting in right. There's like 2 large cylinders, and from the size of things, they'd be too big to like really just fit down here. They should poke up through the deck, which you know they obviously are not. But these 2 cylinders essentially appear to be the strongest points of magic on the ship. You don't get the feeling this is the power source, though. You feel it's more like a reservoir, a battery, the fuel tank, so to speak.
Okay. Is there a way to open anything without destroying it?
Yeah, you can see that on the edge there should be a little knob that you could undo. And if you do so and you look inside, you would just see that there's like, it's arranged in a very strange way. There's a lot of metal inside. There is a turbine in there as well, which seems to be spinning, per se. It's like, you can hear there's a dull, the sound like a motor dully spinning. I'd say that you don't know what a motor is. It's like, say, a milling machine. You can hear stuff rotating. And you take this off, you look inside, you can see that there's a central bar spinning inside of it.
Okay.
It's going right round.
Well, there we go.
Well, that's probably the source of stuff.
Yeah, you get the feeling that that's probably the power source that's driving this.
And the whereabouts on the ship was that? Can you ping it?
On the ship whereabouts, that would be... They would be on opposite sides of these 2 consoles. There's one on each side, and they're up in the ceiling, more or less. And I did not want to move that.
So,
you did it.
So yeah, Lily's going to mention to Atagi, if Atagi doesn't realize this already, we found an area in the kitchen where there was a lot more space than what it really represents, and she's going to show the bag of holding, sort of like one of these, and I think maybe that's where these are too.
I mean, it's possible.
Well, we've dealt with more stuff made by the guy who made this, or who we think made this, and he's done stuff like that in the past with his things. Bigger.
Where's
on
the
inside.
apparatus during all this, by the way? I should have this on the map.
Yeah, it's probably stored down in the hold here.
Let me just
Well,
grab the
if
apparatus
he's-
from another map.
If he's anything like any other wizard I know, he's probably very pompous.
I'm just going to have it right there.
Yeah, and it's of course barreled.
Barreled, yes. All right,
So we
and
need to get a metal barrel just to represent that.
at some point, yes. I'll take care of that at some point.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I can't say I know much about airships. I can just feel the energy, so to speak.
Well, the only thing that matters to me is that it flies and doesn't crash. So
Here, here.
as long as we can get from A to B without dying, that's probably pretty much all we need.
All right. At some other point, Veth will also come back down and she'll like locate Lily and Atagi, who've been running all over the ship. Let's be honest.
Yep.
And she'll mention, at this point, I think we're going to need probably just 2 or 3 other crew members. I'm going to go see about hiring them. So I suppose I will see you again at a later date.
Okay, do you want to leave Atagi here or take her with you?
I think
Please
she'd prefer
leave
to
me
stay
here.
here. I have no issues with that, and this way I'll know where she is.
Okay, just so you know, I know that you probably wouldn't even dream of doing anything untoward, but we do have a very specific catalog of every item on this boat, and we know where it is, so just please don't steal anything.
Why would I
Wow.
jeopardize my
Wow.
one ticket out of this place?
That's why I said I didn't think you'd do anything. She just gives a smile.
Speaking of that, however,
I am. Sorry, mind if I
Go
just.
ahead. Yeah, you can go
The
ahead.
only thing I steal are hearts, and I walk away.
And I walk away.
And I walk away.
Yeah, the one thing I will say, whether or not you do this, I leave up to you. I personally would prefer it, but if you guys don't want to do it, I'm completely fine with that. But now that you have this airship, I would prefer that you lighten the load in the bag of holding. Anything that you would not feel like you need to bring with you, you leave on the ship, and that would include like numerous magical weapons, items, what have you, what have you. And in this case, I would then say that, say you leave the potions of water breathing, and going through this giant cave network, you find this underground area that you have to swim through, you wouldn't have them then.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone object to that idea?
Well,
No, it makes sense.
let's
items.
actually sort that out
Yeah.
later.
I just wanted to
But-
throw it out there while I thought of it.
What Lily will probably try to do is find a chest, buy a chest that has some sort of magical lock or trap to it, so that she can put it in her room and then keep all the stuff in it that she doesn't need.
That makes sense. You can sort out the details later. I just wanted to bring the idea up while I thought of it. Anyway, continue. Veth will, at this point, she'll climb off the ship. Like I said, the two side doors where those lifeboats are, for lack of a better term, are both down. So she'll just walk out there, get onto the dry dock, and head out on her own. This is, around this point, I think it's still like... You were there around noonish, I think, at the tavern. That sound right?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it's around 2 o'clock right now. I think Ione should be returning about this point because she was out collecting like that Seaman's moss or whatever I called it.
Yep.
The moss that lets you, I think it was walk on water or breathe underwater. I forget which.
I forget.
We'll figure it out. But she'll return after gathering that. She didn't find any other useful supplies out in the forests up to the north. The progress on the ship will be going pretty well. The fin below will be probably loaded back or put back on. If not by the end of the day, then definitely tomorrow. The other minor things of the ship look to be all more or less taken care of and cleaned up.
Really? Can you let me out now? Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Are you
Dun, dun,
sober
dun.
yet?
Dun 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 dun.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I can't see for the door, dummy.
Then you need to sleep some more.
Oh, okay. And through the doorway, all you hear is the safety come off.
Azul will
I
probably
walk
walk up about
away.
this point. Azul will probably walk up about this point. She'll just stare at Lily and she'll look over. What the hell is going on?
She's super drunk and she's got a gun.
I'm fine.
And Azul will go over to the door and she'll unlock it.
If you don't mind me asking, where did she get that gun?
She made it.
She made it.
Half
And how
made
did
it.
She...
Half made it.
She actually stole it.
You're not there yet. You're probably on the top deck.
I found it when I woke up here, and a splitting headache. Ow, that was a bad headache. Then I can't remember anything. Don't know why I can't remember anything. But hey, hey, strange melty piece of object. Though I was saying that I had to remove here this, replace that, and well, actually most of it I had to replace. Though basic mechanics are all the same.
Yeah, we're pretty sure she's actually made it at this point. If she's who I think she is, she definitely did.
Well, actually, it seemed one thing I did keep of it is this strange little symbol here, and I think Silver, you would know what that is if I show it to Azul.
Yeah, it would be Shiki's symbol, I'm assuming.
No, it'd be no, because we said it was a.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not her
And,
make.
yeah, so Azul will look at it like, and her eyes are wide, and she's like, "Wait, this isn't." And Azul just looks very confused now.
Like, I think we said like both of them.
Yeah,
had two
no, I
different
remember what we
styles.
said. Now it was originally his design, and then she took it and made improvements.
It's Frankenstein's.
I
Yeah.
I'd notice Azul and just sort of waves like, "Oh, hi, I'm the new hire."
And Azul's like, she's not even really looking at Atagi yet. She's still staring at the gun, confused as she waves.
Also, look, I got a new fluffy tail.
And
Ah,
Azul will look over
where
at
that came
that, and she'll just tilt her head more. What?
I don't know. Do I usually get more fluffy tails?
As you get older or more powerful, typically yes.
Sorry.
Well, it's not my birthday. At least I don't think it is.
Did something happen while you were out?
I played with cards.
What? You played? And then Azul will look at between Shiki and Lily and say, "Excuse me, I need to go out and buy a deck of playing cards."
No. These are special magic cards, and Lily's going to explain the fortune teller.
And Azul will just look at her dumbfounded. I wonder if she still has them.
I don't trust them.
I didn't realize tail envy was a thing.
And Azul will look over. It's the more tails we have, the more powerful we are. And Azul right now, she looks like she only has one tail because she actually hides it.
Yeah, difference is she hides. I've got them on display all the time.
Like, Azul's is only obvious when she's really in fox form, which she's never really in fox form much anymore. It's really just
Give me a moment
be
to
more
think that
powerful,
has
and it's never really a bad thing to be more powerful going around.
More powerful with tails?
You gain more powers as you get more tails.
That seems logical. I don't understand how a tail makes you more powerful.
I don't know. I don't question how we are.
Well, I'm asking you. You seem to know more.
You're the first other of my kind I've ever met.
Lily's going to say, I think it's just a symbol. Like, a crown doesn't mean you're more powerful as an individual, but a king gets crowns, you know? I think it's just a symbol.
That makes sense.
Huh?
Anyway, congratulations on getting another tail.
But yeah,
Tail
those cards are bad news. Don't touch them. No.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Also, I told you I was all sober.
All right then.
I never stay drunk for long.
Lily is envious of the tails, yes.
So, you said you were a new crew member then. We're actually getting a crew?
It seems like you are getting a crew. I mean, I was
Do you-
hired through an agent that you've been working with.
We're working with an agent?
I kind of just motion over to Lily.
Didn't
like,
we already explain this to the whole party?
I think you mentioned it offhand, but I don't think you really went too deeply into it. But
Okay,
anyway,
'cause
continue with-
my intention was to explain it to everyone, not just do
yeah,
it.
all right. Yeah. No, I think you explained that you were going to do it, but I'm going to go with Azul was asleep or something.
Yeah, I think we explained it.
Yeah, so you did explain it. And then Azul, like, oh, no, yeah, you did explain all that. Right. So you're hiring a few new crew members. Did you hire a cook? Can you cook? I know Ione can cook, but if she's going to be coming with us, I'd like to come back to a meal and not have to wait for it to be prepared.
Miss
mean,
Bunny? Miss Bunny, can you cook?
I've only ever cooked for two, not for tens. So
Actually, I forgot to mention. What are you being right now?
I'm Rabbit.
Okay,
You are Rabbit right now?
you are
I'm-
right.
yeah,
She's
I
known
have
for hiding
not-
her appearance.
I have not donned a disguise right
Rabbit
now.
stew?
That's mean, Lily.
I just
the
shoot
safety
Lily a
comes
look
on.
of disgust.
I was out of character, guys. Now, Lily will say, well, I don't think that we should rely on Ione for everyone to cook, but, maybe if we had someone to help, I was going to bring that up when everyone's together when she gets back.
I believe Neth would be able to find you a professional who will be able to serve the needs of many.
Right. I'm going to say around this point, Ione will return. I'm hoping Risu's here.
Yes,
She's
and
taking-
she'll
Alright.
probably head straight
Alright,
for
so
the kitchen.
Yeah, so you'll probably all meet up again. Yeah. Yeah, so you'll probably all be able to meet up again.
Yeah, why are all the magic items and potions instead of like steak of giant strength? I mean,
there are.
You just obviously douse the steak in the potion of giant strength.
You could probably make it into some kind of sauce to have with the meat.
You know what? I'm
Make
gonna
it
do that in my game. None of you have potions anymore. These are now going to be like stew of fire breathing.
We talking
Well,
the
you
one
have to
shot.
remember. You have to remember a potion. You have to be able to eat, drink on a spot. So something like a cracker or an apple slice